Aloha and good morning. Today's mini lecture is going to be on the miracle of the sun. The miracle of the sun. Now, that goes, well, very deep. The miracle of the sun. Remember, the sun gives rise to everything and anything that we know as life. Okay? Not only does it give the plants that we have, okay, life, but it makes the oxygen, it makes the wind. It does everything, and it's got all the information in its rays, the solar rays. And these solar rays are called plasma. The big question is the sun your friend, or is the sun your enemy? That's a big question. The big picture, okay, is how do we absorb plasma? And most people don't even know what that means because it sounds like something that you'd hear a nuclear physicist used. Okay, plasma. Remember, everything is plasma, including yourself. You're a plasma being. So wouldn't it make sense for you to be able to learn how to absorb the plasma, the information from the sun directly? You can also absorb some of the plasma, okay, and get some of the information of the plants directly. Okay, but there are protocols, practices, and principles for you to understand. Remember, plasma is very unstable. Okay, it is not what you think it is. It's a light, just like turning on the light and turning off the light. So let's say you wanted to get plasma from your foods. Okay, well, first of all, you can have plasma in your foods, but if you don't have the conductive elements in your body to be able to take that battery charge, that information, then how do you think your body's going to go ahead and absorb the battery, the information that it gets from the sun? It won't. And if it does, it'll absorb it very poorly. Just like trying to charge a battery that's not any good anymore, and you charge it all day and it still doesn't hold a charge. Okay, and this is what happens to most people's bodies. So there are certain skin protocols. If you wanted to absorb plasma from the sun, you wanted to make D3, learn the skin cleaning protocols. Okay, terrain modification. You're going to use vodka, and you're going to put in a variety of different solvents, different washing materials. Okay, sodium bicarbonate, MSM, magnesium chloride, silica, and a few other things to be able to make this alcohol now a super cleaning and also feeding potion, sanitizing. Okay, then after that, of course, watch the protocols we do. There's very specific protocols, and this is one of the best secrets, is how to not only delouse your skin of billions of parasites, pimples, wrinkles, okay, hair mites, just a variety of just different skin ailments, but now you have the chance, once re-lubricating the body with coconut oil and cacao butter, okay, and magnesium and silica, then your body, when you go lay out in the sun, okay, absorbs all this goodness. Okay, but your skin must be clean before you think that you can go ahead and absorb the sun. Okay, the sun, remember, is very potent when you are not healthy. Okay, you'll notice that at the beach, when you go to the beach, you'll notice that most of the people that aren't too healthy, they're in the shade. And the people that are healthier, the younger people, they're in the sun. They're absorbing the plasma because their body will let them. The other people, they're in the shade is because they're parasites, they're microbes, what lives on their skin. Okay, they're smart because they know they're going to burn, because they haven't followed the skin protocols. Once you do, you don't burn anymore. Okay, but most people are in the shade is because yeast, mold, fungus, candida. Remember, the sun is a sanitizer. These parasites don't like the sun. So if you don't like the sun, you need to learn the detoxification, rejuvenation protocols, again, terrain modification, and start to upgrade your world. So let's get back to eating plasma. You're not going to get any plasma in cooked food. That's only for flavor. It's for emotions. That's it. There's very little nutrition a lot of times in cooked food. Okay, I have cooked food all the time. I just have small amounts because it feeds my emotional body. Okay, it does. And I like warm soup. I like hot tea. I like whatever it is that's going to go ahead and soothe my emotional body. But 75% to 80% or more of my diet is live food. Okay, and you have to have your own garden to have live food. Okay, and you can see live food here is beautiful because once you eat live food, you understand what plasma is. The food that you eat that's alive, what you're doing is you're transferring the plasma. The plasma, remember, is very unstable. It moves from one object to another. And there are these elements called orms. And if you read about them, orbitally rearranged monoatomic elements. And these are very special to the body. Okay? And they're in live food. They change very quickly, though. Once you cut off the plant, it loses a lot of its plasma. It still has some life force, okay? It still does. Now, when it loses all its plasma, okay, and its life force, then basically that food that you're buying is, well, it's nutritional food. It's like buying lettuce that you buy at the store, and it's been cut, refrigerated, washed, and sometimes chlorine, okay? Grown in insecticides, pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, forget all that. But if you're trying to get the life force in them, there are certain plants that give you life force. Well, here's one right here. The collard greens. Okay, you can see that the collard greens right here have massive, massive leaves, and they're full of this. You can see the lines in the solar panels. This is what you eat, and you crack those off, and you only have a few minutes. Dip them in your salad dressing, wash them off a little bit, and eat in the garden. Have your garden serve your dinner, right? It's called grazing in the garden. So throughout the day, maybe 4 or 5 times a day, I'm going to have some arugula right here, some live arugula. And you can grow these in planters. But the secret is, and only organic, no pesticides, herbicides, fungicides. You can see I have eggshells in there, organic manure, minerals, fulvic acid, silica. Okay, and the idea, as soon as you crack them off, swipe them off. Okay, as you notice, there's no bugs, there's no holes in these. And you can see that solar panel, okay, is grabbing the plasma, and I'm going to take the information from this plant, medicinal, and it's going inside me. So now, the plant doesn't have nutrition. It's just not just giving me life force, but I'm eating the orbitally rearranged monoatomic elements. And I'm eating the information from the plant. This is not understood by most people, okay? And this has been studied for a long time, okay? The plants do have a genetic code, and it's in the plasma. Remember, the plasma has all the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of everything and everything that you see. Without the sun, there's nothing. So, if you wanted to call the sun God, well, what else would you call it? Okay? Nobody knows what it is. And it's pretty unknowable. It's unknowable, just like the body is. So all we can see, the body is a miracle. Okay, it's an instrument of God, you can call it. God's the sun. Okay, we don't know what it is. Nobody knows what the body is. Nobody does. And if they tell you they know what it is, the body's unknowable. They're full of it. They're giving you pulling your leg. So, in order for you to be able to absorb the plasma, the information straight from the sun, to help you heal, to help you guide yourself with the information that you need, this is a smart thing, okay? But you need to clean your skin. You need to really upgrade your skin. And doing that makes all the sense in the world, okay? When you understand that there's information in the sun. Information, plasma. It's not just sun, okay? It's sun when your body's sick is because it's too strong for you. Okay, I live in Hawaii, and the sun here is very powerful. It's only 80 degrees, but when I'm in the sun, the photons here, the plasma, wow, because the sky's so clear. Okay, these are real clouds, as you can see up in the sky. Okay, and the ocean, blue, green everywhere. So the power here is very, very massive. So, like I said, 4 or 5 times a day, if you're hungry, then, there's nothing better than having live food, if you can. And if you can't, well, when you get home at night, then make sure that you have live food somewhat. One of the things I really like in the corner over here, these are mustard greens, okay, way over there in the corner. And those are really super spicy. These are Russian kale right here, okay? And a variety of things that actually I grow in my garden that I know that the bugs don't like. Remember, I don't use any pesticides, insecticides, herbicides. I don't put any toxicity inside my body. Okay, and the only way you know you're buying good food, okay, is mostly to grow it yourself. So the superfoods are very important to add is because the superfoods are super nutrient dense, rich from different countries around the world that are still clean, and processing them in a way that doesn't destroy the food. We put them in food grade packages, okay, food grade, because if not, you're just putting the beautiful organic food in a package that doesn't make any sense. It's because now it's going to leach plastic, phthalates, all different types of weird chemicals, bisphenol A, into the food, and now you have toxic food. So remember, absorbing the plasma is a miracle when you learn, okay, how to make your body more conductive with liquids, conductive liquids. Learn the liquids of vitality. And the liquids of vitality, remember, are gonna really change your life, is because now you're gonna be a liquiditarian for a short period of time. Why? Because the liquids are gonna clean this machine out, okay? This body runs on liquids. I have liquids all day, about 150 ounces of them. I have my breakfast tea in the morning. Look up Dr. Robert Cassar breakfast teas. No sugar, I only use stevia that we have. Most of the stevias are toxic, so watch them, beware. And try to go ahead and stay as organic as you can. And if you're buying vegetables from the store that aren't organic, you better wash them really good with a scrub brush with some Dr. Bronner soap and really wash them off until they get squeaky clean. Okay, at least wash off some of the pesticides on the outside. Okay, but the big picture is you can't just absorb the plasma. You have to clean your skin, re-lubricate your skin, put the minerals that the sun will now conduct with the plasma, magnesium, silica. It opens up your pores because that's what the sun does. And you absorb the oils, so it makes your skin, okay, very youthful and see-through and soft. But not only that, what happens is that now you're going to be able to produce D3, which is in most of the United States. Most people work indoors 9.5 hours. They go outside and they put their sunglasses on. Why? It's because you don't believe the sun is your friend. Okay, remember, the sun is your friend. You just have to learn, just like the ketogenic diet is your friend. You just have to learn how to terrain modify your body to accept this fuel. Remember, the body is a flex fuel machine. Flex fuel. It can eat carbohydrates, sugars, fats, protein, alcohol, and also ketones. That's why the ketogenic diet is very smart, because the ketones are the number one, well, as you can call, food substance for your brain, and your body loves them. Okay, when you look up the best athletes in the world, the best, talking triathlon, and really people that are really wanting to share their secrets with you, they're ketogenic diets. Okay. I don't have any blood in my diet at all, none. No flesh in my diet. I haven't had it for 15 years. You're not going to lose any muscle mass. In fact, you're going to get more. The less you eat, the more your body will become, well, stronger. Okay, it'll get weaker in the beginning because your body has to change fuels. You're going to go from sugars. Okay, you're going to stay away from as many sugars as you can. We go over this deeply in Earther Academy. We have hundreds of lectures there. Earther Academy is our private school that shares advanced learning ideas, protocols, practices, and principles that I've learned by healing myself, healing my mental dysfunction, my emotional dysfunction, my physical dysfunction. I've lost 40 pounds of debris, or, well, shite, okay, garbage. I've taken out a lot of the old programs out of my head and filled them with more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay? I've let go of all my tragedies that I've had in my life with my emotions, all the different pieces that basically never got fixed. We have to let those go. There's no way for you to be able to feel better unless you rebuild yourself. Rebuild yourself. Okay, so part of rebuilding yourself is to get the information from the sun, the miracle of life, absorbing the plasma, making D3. Remember, most of the United States is deficient in D3. Okay, just the way it is. D3 has much to do with your health, wealth, and happiness, and your cognitive ability. Okay, D3 is a major factor in a lot of people right now not having enough, because that's why you're sick and tired. Well, that might be one of the biggest reasons. Your thyroid may need iodine. I put iodine on my thyroid every day. Okay, every day. I coat my throat with Lugel's solution. All these products I'm talking about, they're all wholesale on earthshiftproducts.com. And we do international shipping, Canadian shipping, United States, 48 states, you get free shipping on just about everything all the time. There are shipping promotions, but the idea is you got the tools, and you need non-diluted forms of the tools, and you want to have a variety of different tools in your carpenter's belt, because if not, you're not going to be able to navigate rebuilding yourself. You have to learn detoxification. You have to learn 50 different departments, okay, a little at a time, baby steps of terrain modification. Terrain modification is very smart. Okay, so another layer you may want to learn also is secretism. Okay, it's a way to be able to look at astrotheology and different understandings. And what you're doing is you're looking at the past through different ancient books, and you're trying to pull out all the synchronisms of everything so you could put it together. And there's a gentleman on the internet I've learned a lot from, Santos Bonacci. Okay, and Santos is like myself. He deals with more of the metaphysical systems, and I deal with more of the physical systems. But there's lots of people out there you can learn from. It doesn't mean everything's going to be right, I'm telling you. It doesn't mean everything's right Santos is going to tell you, or Jordan Maxwell is going to tell you, or David Icke is going to tell you, or Graham Hancock. But they do have some pieces of the pie, and it's your discretion to sort of figure out what is going to work in your world. Okay? There are lots of synchronizing events that go along with the stars. It's really good to know that. So you can go ahead and see there's lots of stories out there. There's lots of things that are literal. Okay? And there's most of the things that are literary. Okay? There's a difference between those. One's a reading, literally. Okay? And literal means, you know, physical. It's real. So whatever it is, there's lots of teachings to learn, and your job, my job on this planet is to wake up from a sleep we didn't even know we were under. And it's part of the revealing now, is the people are sharing many different ideas, disciplines, and concepts about a lot of the stories they've been told over the last millennia. They're called Revisionists, and there's lots of people on the internet that are actually going through, you know, page by page of the stories that we feel could be, well, not so true. Okay, so it's not for you to do your own research, but then again it is, once you're ignited, just to be able to debunk things, to be able to see if you could prove what your mind has been told that is true. Okay, it's going to hurt your head a little bit, it just is, but the only way you're going to really want to wake up is because the body, the church, the holy land of yourself has been cleansed. Okay, and then in time you'll want to reset the minds. The left and right temples need to be one. All the different parts of the brain, if we're smart, we know that we have to become one. All the brains need to become equanimity. Okay? All of them need to come together. So that's part of your sanity, is to clean up the church, reset the mind, and go through the protocols of the 1,000-mile journey. What a beautiful thing. 1,000-mile journey to evolve. Or it's a 1,000-mile journey to devolve. It's up to you. It is your choice. Self-responsibility is something of the new world. Okay? Self-responsibility is something that we're going to have to deal with in the new world. Self-responsibility. So less governments, less systems are going to take care of you. You got to learn how to do your own health care, learn how to be your own doctor, learn how to be able to be your own farmer, learn how to make your own energy. Okay? I have solar panels on the roof now, so I'm on zero. Actually, I make 3 times the amount of energy as I burn. Okay? Learning how to live on the planet without destroying it is something that's very, well, fun, especially when you see how others have done it. How to ground your bed at night, because you need to with super Wi-Fi and Wi-Fi. You need to get grounded. That's why you go to sleep. We show you how to make a grounded bed. It's not just plugging a ground wire and the dirty electricity in your wall. That's not right. Okay? And if you buy something that's got like a Stetzer cleaner, a noise pollution out of the ground system, those are $40 or so, $50, and that's just one piece. Okay? It's still, to me, the best is we show you how to go ahead and actually ground your sleeping quarters. Okay, you need to be able to go ahead and get sound sleep. And to ground yourself is to reset yourself, is to take yourself down to absolute minimum rest. 4 cycles to 3 cycles to 2 cycles to 1 cycle to 0 if you can get to it. That's absolute rest. And absolute power, our brain goes to 0, which is absolute rest, to absolute power, which is 40 cycles per second. Okay, look this up and you'll see. And when we get equanimitable power, this is when both brains on an ECG, okay, or excuse me, EEG, okay, encephalograph, electroencephalograph. This is to test the brain waves, and at 33 cycles, the two hemispheres become one. Okay, so every area has a different, what's called cycle per second, or a vibration that our brain changes from. When we go to sleep, our brains go to 4 cycles to 0 cycles. Okay, when we have orgasm, it goes to 6.66 cycles. When we feed, it's 7 cycles. When we think with our heart, it's 8 cycles. When we speak with our mouth, okay, and speak our wisdom, our truth, okay, you got 10 cycles, 11 cycles. And when you start to get intellectual, not intellect, where one side of the brain is activated, but intellectual is when both sides of the brain start to harmonize with each other. Then you start getting up to 13 cycles per second. Then the game starts to get fun, is because you see that it's not so much physical. There's other layers of the game that now will present themselves to you when you become higher vibrational or morphogenic of value without getting too scientific. Your body is an oscillating vibrational light and sound machine. And the higher you grab your food intake, as far as less dense, more light, more plasma, the higher your vibration of your body, which is energy, and your minds, which are vibration. When you add body plus mind, okay, you get consciousness. Okay, and this is how we get a chance to be able to play in this world. Depending on what world you can activate at is what reality, how much light your body will go ahead and bring in to be able to give you the knowledge through the plasma. Okay, the higher your frequency is, the more you will be able to see. 6 cycles is like a blindfold. 7 cycles, 8 cycles, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And the light just came out. Okay, when I talk about opening up the shutters, let the light in. Take the sunglasses off. Okay? So anyways, it's a 180-day boot camp. Engage. Be inspired to engage, to want to become healthy, wealthy, happy, and wise. And then when you get those 4 magic words, you get the last one, evolution. And there's nothing better than feeling more complete, more human. There isn't. You can't buy this at Stanford. And you can't learn about it just because you have to practice it. And it does mean you're going to have to relearn a lot of things. So what? Should be fun. So have fun on your journey. Again, it's 1,000 miles to devolve and 1,000 miles to evolve. And I was back here maybe 300 miles back, okay, devolving, and I had to backpedal just to get to 0, to neutral, just to be able to evolve myself. So it does take time, it does take effort, and you do have to spend, not money so much, but time. Take away monies from some of the things you're spending it on and put it towards other tools. Okay, sell some of the things you don't need and put them towards other tools. So, okay, inspire yourself to engage, and it is a fun journey, and there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is light at the end of the tunnel. There is. That's all I can tell you. You'll see. Okay, aloha, and we'll see you next time. All right.
Important reminder: all information and ideas are for informational purposes only and are in no way intended as medical advice or as a substitute for medical counseling. Earthshift Products, Dr. Robert Cassar, all of their partners, affiliates, and subsidiaries will not be held accountable for the use or misuse of the information presented therein. This information is not intended as medical advice. The authors, publishers, and speakers of this work are not medical doctors and do not recommend the use of mineral-deficient foods, drugs, or medicines to achieve beauty and to alleviate health challenges. Because there is always some risk involved, all persons involved with the development and distribution of this information are not responsible for any adverse effects or consequences of any kind resulting from the use or misuse of any suggestions or procedures described on our website or Earth Shift Live radio talk show or therein.